Hey guys, today we are going to do the clutch springs on a Stihl MS193T. All the parts will be in the description. Where the hell are the parts? I got other people's equipment on the table. It's on the floor. Hold on. It's 3 springs. They'll be in the description below. Just click on the link and they're there. First thing we're going to do is take off with a 14mm bolt. Take that off. Make sure the brake's disengaged. 14mm, I think, is it? Maybe it's 13. Let me try. 13mm. Take it off. Bar and chain out of the way. Alright, take off the air filter cover. This is a little trick that I learned. It makes life easier. We're going to clean that out while we're here. Pop the spark plug boot off and pop the spark plug out. Blow out all the debris that's around the spark plug. You don't want anything getting in your engine. Alright, so I use a stihl tool to take it out. It's got the big spark plug socket for all your other equipment, 2-stroke equipment, and then it's got the little spark plug socket for this saw. It's also got T27 for doing recoils and stuff. I'll put this in the description for you below as well. Get that spark plug out of there. Stick this into the cylinder. We're going to get the piston all the way down. So turn it. Okay, so it's coming back up. This is all the way, right about there is all the way down. Just hitting. Alright, now we're going to get a bit of rope. Still a bit of rope. This is recoil rope off of an old machine, cut off. And you stick it down into the cylinder. And you just keep pushing it down in there until you can't get any more rope in there. Just keep going all the way down in the cylinder. Spark plug boot's in the way. Just keep shoving it all the way down in there. So you can't get no more in there. If this righty-tighty or lefty-loosey or lefty-tighty, righty-loosey, but I think it's, you turn it this way to loosen it. But you see, it hits that rope. The piston goes up, it hits that rope, and this doesn't turn anymore. And the rope is soft enough to where you won't damage your piston or your cylinder. So it just holds it in place, and then that's not going to be right. What is it? Yeah. It's 13mm, and you break it free. Let's see, I'm going to need both hands because it's just going to move everywhere. After you get it broken free, it is tighten it to loosen it. Just keep going, unscrew it. Like springs are falling out of it. See, they just broke off. Very common issue. They just get rubbed and break. We're going to take a pair of needle nose pliers and pop these ones out as well. These springs are still good, but I mean, you see there's wear marks on them. They will eventually break as well. So you might as well just replace all 3 of them. I'm going to get the last one out. All 3 of them out. We're going to pull these off one at a time. And then you want to go into the corners here and make sure there's no dirt. With a little flathead screwdriver, just scrape out the inside really well. Make sure it's clean. Make sure that it's sitting down all the way in right there. It isn't stuck out a little bit. You really you gotta pick them out one at a time. Because what happens is the spring breaks, but you're not done with the job, so you keep cutting and dirt gets built up in there. So we're just gonna scrape them all out so to make sure that it disengages completely. Got all of them cleaned out. Get the spring on one side. It's kind of a 2-hand job, but there we go. One side, and then the other side you're going to grab with a pair of needle nose pliers. I actually like using one side cutting pliers, but you got to be really delicate with these, or even if you don't cut the spring, you'll make marks in the spring and it'll keep it from, it'll snap easier. But we're going to pull it just from there to right here and push it down with our fingers, just like that. Go ahead and do another one like that. And one more to go. One more to go. Get it the last one. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and pull this off. We're going to make sure inside here is very clean. There'll be debris in the corners. You'll be surprised. Like, look, there's scraped just a little bit and you can see it. So just scrape all the corner, make sure all that's cleaned out. Okay, look at all that. Get it all out of there since we're there. Keep the wrist pin bearings with it. This all aside. We're going to take air, we're going to blow all this out, get it nice and clean. Like that, get it all nice and clean. Put this bearing back on. Put a touch of oil on the bearing. I'm using chain oil, but it doesn't matter, it could be any oil. You're just giving it a little touch of oil. Chain oil is just a little stickier, that's all. It's thicker. Alright, got that on there. Then we're going to take this, and you got your star on the, on the back. That's going to line up with this plastic here. So you put it on, get it over the bearing, and then line it up with the plastic to where it goes all the way down, like that. Now we're going to go ahead and put this on, nut side out. See, the other side kind of looks like a nut, but it's much bigger nut. Small nut on the outside. We're going to turn it counterclockwise this time. To get it in. And we're going to go gently back the other way. And then look, it just spun a little bit. You go past a certain part and it'll spin a little bit because it's getting past that rope area there. I need two hands. So yeah, you get it past that and it gets back to where it's on the rope up top again. And now it's tight. Now you can tighten it down, and then you got to pull the rope out. You're going to have to move the engine back a little bit with the recoil, and then you can pull the rope out. It takes two hands, but pull it with the recoil a little bit. It'll turn this back just a little bit, and then you can pull the rope out. Got the rope out. Then you want to pull this over a few times to make sure there's nothing left inside of there. So it'll pull it over hard and it'll blow any debris out. Back in it. Spark plug boot back on. Look at this. It's missing a nut to hold the carburetor in place. Let me see if I can find one for it. I have that, so I'll have to go to the hardware store and get one of these in a little bit. We'll just continue on. Pretend that that's on there. We're going to take air and blow out the air filter. Put the air filter back on. Does it go this way? Yeah, that way. Air filter cover back on. This is not engaged anymore. It spins nice and free. We're going to take and clean off this cover, get it all cleaned out with air. Go ahead and sharpen the chain while you got it off. Blow the whole bar off with air. Slide the bar in place. Wait a minute, before we do that, let's go ahead and make sure that this is all the way back. It looks like it is. A flathead screwdriver on this guy. And we're going to go counterclockwise as far as it'll go. This just makes it easier to get the chain on and whatnot. Yeah, see, it's going back. That's good enough. Let's get it back a ways. Get this on all the way back. Chain with the bite tooth on top facing forward. So that bite is facing forward on the top. Pull this bar forward until you find that spike and get it to set into place. Takes two hands. Like that, it's in place. Then we're going to go ahead and just not tighten it, but get it snugged up a little bit. Alright, let's not go more than that. We'll just leave it like that. It's a little bit loose there. This, you want to make sure you pull it all the way back, make sure that the brake is disengaged. Because if it engaged while you were messing around with everything else, it won't go on. Then you line up that side there, and it's all slide right into place. Then you finger tighten this nut. Don't tighten it, just finger tighten it as far as you can go with your finger. That's just going to hold the bar in place so it doesn't pop off. There you go. Then flathead screwdriver, tighten it the rest of the way. You want it to where the teeth still stay inside the bar, but just a little bit. You don't want to over tighten it where it'll stretch the chain, break the chain, stuff like that. Then tighten this nut all the way down. Now the chain should move freely. I got to use both hands. It should move freely. When we fire it up, it shouldn't move at all. And that's it, guys. Alright, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. I'll put all the parts in the description below. Just click the link. If you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'd be more than happy to have you. Peace.